This is Anna Finch from Finch Press Publishing. I hope everyone's had a good day. So today's video is a vlog. It's just to talk a bit about my progress novel. So I have finally finished my 4th draft. I think I finished my 4th draft about 2 weeks ago. So I added the final chapters. I finished adding the backstory for my main characters and for the romantic relationship between my characters. So I finished adding all that, the developmental edit, a whole bunch of tenses and everything. I am now on my 5th draft and I'm currently going through chapter by chapter using Pro Writing Aid to edit the grammar, the punctuation, structure of my story and trying to improve the actual description and things like that. So I've got maybe about I'm up to chapter 25 in the editing, so I'm literally halfway through with my 5th draft in editing. So I should actually have my 5th draft finished by tomorrow night because I am finally done with reports. They are all in and I don't have to worry about that anymore, so I can concentrate on my novel. Especially considering school holidays are coming up, which I am counting down to. So I'm nearly finished my 5th draft using Pro Writing Aid. I've also actually hired a proofreader editor for the spells that are in my novel because based on the feedback that my content or developmental editor said, she said that she would like to have the actual spells in there, the actual words and things. So it's not just me describing the effect of the spell, I actually have the spell in there and it's a bit more descriptive. So I decided to do those spells in Hebrew because the name of my characters or all the origin of the names of my characters are all in Hebrew or Arabic. So it's in Hebrew and 1 or 2 are also in Arabic. So I wanted to keep the language of the spells connected to that sort of language for the names. And I also wanted to, because in my story, magic is viewed as ancient and Hebrew is one of the oldest languages on the planet that people still speak regularly. So I found a online translation software where it basically gives you the Hebrew, the word in Hebrew, and you can do it in other languages too. So the word in Hebrew, English translation, and also the pronunciation, which was really good. And I hired an editor for those spells and phrases that I am putting in Hebrew that are in my book. So I put the Hebrew spelling or the Hebrew words and phrases and sentences in one column, the pronunciation using Roman letters, and the English translation or what the words are supposed to be in English. So I can have a glossary at the back of my novel. So I hired an editor for that, and I hired a native speaker from Israel for that, because translating software is not always accurate. Sometimes the way they translate the sentence, it may be very literal in the way they translate it, and the structure or the meaning behind the words is kind of lost. So there are certain words in some languages that either don't translate well or have a different meaning when it comes to the literal application of the word. So sometimes the sentences change and things like that. So I hired the editor for that, and because it was only the whole document with the pronunciation translations in English and Hebrew was like less than 300 words. The editor was really good, so he was very responsive. I hired him last night to the editing, like nearly midnight last night here, and he finished it by around lunchtime today. So he finished the thing in about 12 hours. So he finished all of it, and it was good. He had fixed up the grammar and stuff for the English a bit. He also fixed up the grammar and sentences in Hebrew and the pronunciation. Some of the pronunciations that I actually got from the translation site were close, or the way the translations were set out were a little bit different. Some phrases have like changed entirely, so now I've got to go back after I finish my 5th draft and put in the new spells with the new translations and the new pronunciations into the document, which will only take me maybe 10 minutes. So it's not too bad. So I've actually got that translated, all checked out. So I had it checked. I didn't want to put something in a language that I don't speak, and I don't speak Hebrew. I speak Spanish. I didn't want to put something that was in another language without double checking with someone who's actually native to that particular language or culture. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it all goes well with that. It should, because from what I've been able to tell, Google Translate in that kind of situation was useless. If you're interested, I'll actually put the link for the website that I used for the translations below, because Google Translate does not actually translate. So you type in a word in English, say you put Hebrew on the other side, or even Arabic on the other side, and it will translate it using the symbols, but there's no speech button, so you can't actually hear how it's pronounced for Hebrew and for Arabic. So there's no pronunciation for either of those languages. So I'll link that website down below. So if you're interested and you wanted to try and have a go at doing it yourself, you can. I hired the editor that I got for the spells through Fiverr, and it was like $30, 30 Australian dollars. So it's about 20 US, 30 Australian dollars. That's when you add all the fees and everything in there. It's a good price, and I'm happy I paid it. I am also in the process of hiring a line and copy editor. I'll probably end up hiring multiple, so probably end up hiring 2 editors, one of them to do a combined line and copy edit, and then when that's done, hire another line editor. I'm probably going to end up hiring the person that I hired originally for the content development, because I really liked how she worked with it. Delivery times were good, communication was good, and everything. So, and the price is worth it. It's a good price for the amount of edits that it is for line edits. Line edit. So the amount of words, the amount of time it takes, and everything. It's a really good price, considering I found a person doing line edits on Fiverr for about 100 for a 100k novel, so a 100,000 word novel, for $6,000. This person was charging for line and copy editing, for line editing a 100,000 word novel in a month for 6,000 Australian dollars, which is a bloody ripoff. So I found a couple for a decent price. Fiverr, from what I've been able to hire, like hiring editors and everything, goes well. The tip thing with Fiverr annoys me a bit, because they ask us to leave tips. But it kind of annoys me because in Australia we don't do tips anywhere, so we don't tip anyone. Not in restaurants, not for any services, not unless we genuinely really like them and want to come back. So in these 2 instances with the people I hired for the developmental edit and for the Hebrew translation, I had no problem. I had no problem with leaving them a tip because I genuinely enjoyed working with them and they provided really good work. So, but generally I don't come from a culture where tipping is normal. Yeah, so I use Fiverr for the editing. I'm probably going to end up continuing to use Fiverr. I have to, so once I've finished with I'm planning by mid-July, so by the end of the school holidays, to have the line editing, at least the first round of line/copy editing done, and sending it to the second line editor, because she has a fast turnaround. Both of them have very fast turnaround, so by end of July, if all goes well, I will have my novel fully edited, proofread, and formatted. I'm actually formatting it myself using Vellum, and I'll probably end up recording bits of that just to do a video about how Vellum worked for me, and whether I recommend it and things like that. So I will be doing that. So by the end of next month, I should have my novel fully proofread and edited, and ready to go. Hopefully by the end, by the end of next month, I shouldn't just have it fully edited. I should have my cover designed. I'm planning on either using 99 Designs or hiring someone from Fiverr. I've looked at Demoza, I think was the name of the site. And I've looked at Demoza, and they've produced covers that are really good. When I look at the price, the price looks decent. It's generally about $600, $800, but that includes cover for paperback, hardback, audiobook. It also covers bookmarks. It covers the like commercial distribution and things like that. So I'm like, oh sweet, $800, awesome cover that's actually designed to suit the market. Big problem with that, US dollars. The site doesn't convert the pricing automatically into Australian dollars. So I was looking at that, writing down, calculating prices and stuff, as if I was going to go through with it. But I can't, because the $800 US is about 1,500, or maybe 1,300 Australian. It's way out of my budget, and I don't want to pay nearly. Actually, no, it ended up, with all of it and the conversion of everything and and all the other fees, it was nearly $2,000 for a cover. I'm like, no way, I'm not paying $2,000 for a cover. Forget it. So I'm going to use 99 Designs, and unlike the Moza and the other sites, when you log on or when you get onto the site, it automatically goes to the currency that suits you. So as soon as I go on, it automatically goes to the Australian site, so I get all the pricing in Australian dollars. The designs that come out of 99 Designs are pretty good. I'm also going to look at some other designs from some other sites, so some pre-made covers and things like that. I've actually also been looking at developing character art, so posters and things like that for my characters. Yeah, so right now I'm up to draft 5. I shouldn't have any new content added in for it because I added everything my developmental editor mentioned, and I also ran it through Fictionary. I uploaded it to Fictionary. I've got the trial for it. I'm going to do a video about it. And in the video in Fictionary, it actually shows you the actual story arc, and it's improved. And I know it's improved because I uploaded my original copy, so my original draft, and I could tell how much improved it was, story-wise and plot-wise. It's not perfect, not according to the story, not according to Fictionary.com, but it's a lot better than what it was. I've pretty much closed all the loophole, I've pretty much closed most potholes that I identified. I've made sure the backstory fits in. So yeah, right now I'm in the last part of editing. So line and copy editing, and then line, copy, and proofreading before doing covers. So I'm kind of on track. I'm pretty on track with my goal. So I want to have this book published in, I think, but I want this book to be published by October 10, so released in October 10, and I'm planning or thinking about doing pre-orders, and doing some giveaways, so which should be interesting. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this vlog. I've been pretty busy for the past 2 weeks, so I haven't been able to make videos. But the school holidays are coming up, so I should be able to at least make one. Maybe I should be able to make at least 2 a week. And I am actually going to be probably pre-recording a couple of videos and scheduling them, so at least I have a more regular schedule. But I should be able to at least start releasing 1, maybe 2 videos a week, because my schedule's now cleared up. Anyway, that's pretty much it from me for today. Let me know what you think, and yeah, so let me know what you think, and see you next time.